Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Slim Nation 101. My name is James Limothan, and I am your host, but more importantly, I am your friend. Today, I'm just here, and we're getting ready. We have some guests. We have a guest scheduled for Thursday morning, and we're going to be doing some remotes. I have a schedule to go out to a business this week, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be out there trying to beat the heat. But we're going to go to where people are and help talk about their business. Let them talk about their business to us. And we're kind of excited about that, what we're going to do. But we're going to start this week. We're going to go out and to a particular business and go and talk to them. And also, we are scheduling some other guests. We have some guests scheduled for next week already, and we're scheduling people this week. It's going to be kind of sporadic about when I will be coming on. Of course, right now I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on my YouTube channel, the Slim 101's YouTube channel, and live on the Slim Nation Facebook page. So we're trying to get it out as many platforms as we can, and particularly to help the guests when they come on and talk to us. Really enjoyed the last conversation we had with Wesley Van, who is living in Atlanta now. The show was called From VA to GA, and talked about what he's doing now. And I'm going to have Wes back because he has some other things we want to talk about. He's very opinionated when it comes down to politics, national politics. So we're going to bring him back and talk to him as well as others that we will have in. So we really appreciate you so far following this early um, our early shows that we're and you might be familiar with Portsmouth Coffee Talk, which we've been doing for a while. That will start back up by the end of July or maybe the 1st of August, but we're gearing up for that, trying to come back strong, and with the hosts Leah Drake Stitt and Thomas the Colonel Chapman. And we'll be continuing what we've been doing as a trio, having guests on and talking about very important issues of today. So stay tuned for the return of Portsmouth Coffee Talk. Everybody needs a break, so we had to take a break. We've been doing it straight for 3 years with not taking too many breaks. Any breaks that we took were not our fault. It was just something that came up that either technically we couldn't come on, but we've been going straight for 3 years. So we needed this little summer break, and there's some things we wanted to do to prepare for us coming back. So we will be back and lining up guests for that show as well. And please let us know if you have something you want to talk about on Boston Coffee Talk with our guests. Please let us know, and we will schedule you to be a part of that. Of course, we're coming back with every Monday morning and Thursday evenings. We're working on the time for Thursday evenings because of the sunset Thursdays in the city of Portsmouth, and a lot of people have been attending that. So we working it out and see if we're gonna stay at 7 on those Thursdays or alter the time, so it won't interfere with that weekly event that's here in the city of Portsmouth. But anyway, we probably will continue our Monday mornings on Portsmouth Coffee Talk at 6:30 a.m. We are on that early because of the time that we allow for the radio portion of what we do. So we want to continue with the radio, hopefully, and because we want to reach as many people doing our live shows as we can, and the radio covers the first half an hour of our Monday morning shows. Of course, we're on Facebook Live, and we'll be on. Hopefully, if StreamYard continues to work out for us, we'll be on YardStream, which we can go live on several platforms at the same time with Portsmouth Coffee Talk. We will still hold on to the Zoom because that's the old faithful. It's just we can only do that live on one platform at a time. So we're going to be trying the StreamYard out and see how that works. I've been using it here on Slim Nation one-on-ones, and hopefully it's working out. We see a little dragging sometime on it because of the Wi-Fi connection, but I've noticed my guests have been coming in pretty clear, and I think my end I'll be able to work that out in some way. But for the most part, it's been working pretty well for us. And then shout out to Monica Friend, cousin Monica Friend, and Sheila Holman, who lives in Memphis, Tennessee. I believe you're still there, and she was at Virginia Union when I was there, and Delta, and um, get to see her every once in a while when we attend homecomings. She's a regular coming back to the Virginia Union homecoming. So Sheila, how are you doing? I hope everything is well with you. And like I said, I'm just coming on to talk about the Slim Nation One-on-Ones podcast that's coming up. We have a guest scheduled for Thursday morning at 8 a.m. And you'll see more about that as I promote that show. And it's going to be with a Virginia Union graduate. And as a matter of fact, she was there after I was, but her uncle was there with me, Tim Casey, and Pam Casey were at Union in the 70s with me. And she attended much later there and was a cheerleader. But she's going to be my guest Thursday. And just tune in to see what we're going to talk about. And whatever it is, it's going to be very interesting. We have two different issues we want to talk about, and I think we're going to split them up in two different shows. So we haven't decided which one we're going to start off with Thursday. So just tune in, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. And like I was saying earlier, we're going to be going out on location to a business. Also, probably this Thursday, it'll be sometime after the morning show. We're going to visit that business and feature the owners there and talk about what they're doing with their business. It's a brand new business that's been in the city of Portsmouth now for less than a year now, I think. I might be mistaken, but it hasn't been long, so we're going to have them here. So stay tuned for that show. And then next week, we're going to have a new published author from the city of Portsmouth. You know, we like to feature people from the city of Portsmouth that are writing books now, telling their stories. And I always agree with people telling their stories. You never know who it might help. You know, your story might be similar to something that somebody out there that's watching or get a chance to read your book that might help them through whatever they went through. Or it just might be an uplifting read for them. So we're going to have a published author from the city of Portsmouth here next week. I think I have that scheduled for next Monday. So like I said, it's going to be sporadic for the time until I settle in into just having guests on those Tuesday and Thursday mornings, as I had been doing for a little while since I started the channel. But I want to get videos on my YouTube channel. I want to get them up there, and the more I have up there, and as often as I can get them up there, the more opportunity I'll have for people to subscribe to my channel. And people might come on and watch, but not subscribe because they've already subscribed to Portsmouth Coffee Talk or another Slim Nation channel that I have. But please, when you go on this one, if anything you watch on the Slim Nation One-on-One podcast, make sure you subscribe to that as well. It's a completely different channel. So please come on there and subscribe to the Slim Nation One-on-One podcast. And if you'd like to be a guest, I see Coach Wooten is watching. And Coach Wooten, I'll get in touch with you because I want you to come on one-on-ones. And she's the coach of a pro basketball, women's pro basketball team that's based out of Richmond called the Richmond Warriors. And we've had her on the show before because she had written a couple of books, and we talked about that and her days at Union. She was a basketball star there and also coached there, and now is coaching on a professional level. So, Bavina, I will be getting in touch with you, Coach, and have you come on here and do a one-on-one with us in between, hopefully in between your games. I know so far I think you all are winning. It's early in the season, and I got a chance to watch one of the games, and I'll probably watch another one tonight. I didn't know that your games were on YouTube, so I can watch them at any time if I miss the live version of it. So, and I encourage other people. So when you come on, we'll let the audience know where they can, where you all will be playing, and if they are in that vicinity, they can attend. It's nice if you can attend the games. The more people at these games, the better for this league. It's not the WNBA, but it's an opportunity for uh, ladies coming out of college to get a chance to play on a professional level and maybe make it to another level. But I think the main purpose Coach Wooten wants to do, and the people in this league, is build this league up to uh, a point where it's another place for an opportunity for players coming out of college to extend their playing days. So if there's no room for them in the WNBA, everybody can't go in there because they have a limited amount of spaces and teams that they can go to. But this gives an opportunity. So hopefully Coach will come on and we can talk more about that. So appreciate that. So we're looking and we're looking for guests, and we have a lot of people that we are talking to now and bring on those one-on-ones. I think the one-on-ones will help you get to know these people that I bring on, and whatever they're doing is always a backstory or something, a journey leading up to what they're doing now. So we get a chance to talk a little bit about that and what they're doing now. And some people have some amazing stories, coming from humble beginnings or just starting out in one direction and completely going in another direction and being successful in that second choice that they made. So you never know. You never know. So that's why some of these one-on-ones are so interesting, because you might see these people in their profession, you might read their book, and it might be some things that are not in the book that will be discussed right here on the Slim Nation One-on-Ones podcast. So we're going to be looking forward to doing what we do here and having those great conversations with guests. And as I said earlier, also preparing for the return of the Portsmouth Coffee Talk with my co-hosts, Leah J. Stitt and Thomas the Colonel Chapman, which is one of my favorite things to do uh, because I love those two co-hosts. Thomas is my cousin, and Leah is a longtime friend growing up in the neighborhood, in Truxton neighborhood. So we all have a different role that we play on there, something different that we bring to the table. But it all works out well when we come together and our guests feel comfortable with the three of us having a conversation and the questions that we ask. And sometimes we've had people on there we've had to call out. But, we try not to have people that agree with everything we do. We want to have people that have those different opinions on the show so we can have a discussion with them about why they feel that way. I think that's one of the best ways to really understand someone's thought process, is to have a conversation with them, because we can have that preconceived notion of someone just because of one statement they made, and it might not define how they feel about the whole issue. So those conversations are important with people that we don't agree with, as well as the people we do agree with. And we give people opportunity to come up here and have discussions as well, like we will do here on Some Nation One-on-One podcast. The difference here, it'll just be me and the guest. And sometimes it's more than one guest, but it's more of an intimate conversation uh, with just me and the guest. So I think both shows will work well together. When Portsmouth Coffee Talk comes back, it's going to offer something to you, the audience, and Slim Nation. One-on-One podcast will offer you something. So we look forward to both of these shows being successful, being something that you would want to watch, you would want to tell others to watch, or you want to be a part of. We will be looking, and don't be shy, as far as if you have something you want to talk about, you can come on here and talk about it with us. We don't usually have a script. We might talk in general what we're going to discuss, but and as far as Portsmouth Coffee Talk, we always write down notes, but a lot of times, and questions, but a lot of times we don't even get to those notes or questions because of the way the conversation directs us. Sometimes something comes up in the conversation that needs more discussion. So that's why we like more of a spontaneous conversation with our guests. And we do the same here on the Slim Nation One-on-One podcast. We have an idea of what we want to discuss. Of course, when someone has a book, of course, we're going to discuss the book, but we're also going to discuss the author of that book. So please, as I said in the beginning, please, if you go to the Slim Nation One-on-One podcast on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to that. Don't think because you might have subscribed to Portsmouth Coffee Talk or my Slim Nation channel. I have a Slim Nation channel where you see up in the corner there, you see, let's see, dip my finger right. You'll see the Slim Nation in black there. That's another channel I have that I'll still be doing some things on that. But that's mostly for events that are happening throughout the city that I like to cover. And it's not necessarily a conversation with any particular person. It's just covering those events. And that's what I'm going to reserve that channel for as far as the Slim Nation goes. But this one-on-one thing is going to be my baby, and it's going to be conversations between you and me. And most of them will be here virtually, but I will go or come to your place and sit down and set up my camera and everything, on an amateur status. It's not going to be, I'm not a journalist or camera person, but I use my phone for the camera right now. Who knows why I might elevate. And I use tablets and computers, and I have ring lights and things like that I might have to bring in order to create lighting. But I will be able to come to your home or something like that, or meet at a neutral place and have the conversation, right across from you. But this is the easiest way right now to catch someone on their own terms and date and time and location. So we're going to try it all. But right now, this is working best as far as me trying to create enough videos to get this particular channel going. And we're just going to continue to do that. But I want to thank all the people who've been watching so far on the Slim Nation. We started out with the Slim Nation AM and kind of switched over to the Slim Nation One-on-Ones podcast. We hope to settle in on a particular day, or those 2 days that we started out with, Tuesday morning and Thursday mornings, where we will have, you can be sure we're going to be on every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 8 a.m. But there will be times where we might show up on a Tuesday night at 7 or a Wednesday at noon. It depends on the guests. We're going to accommodate the guests, and their schedule to make sure we get them in there. And hopefully they have that opportunity to share whatever they want to share with me and you, the public. We want to thank you all for watching. And we're going to go off right now and stay tuned for this Thursday at 8 a.m. on the Slim Nation One-on-Ones podcast. We will have a guest, and her name will be Shelby Casey Thomas, and you won't want to miss the conversation we will have with her. But tomorrow I'll probably put out a little promotion so you'll get a chance to see who it is and know exactly what we're going to discuss. But please join us, and we'll be on Facebook Live, we'll be on YouTube Live, we'll be on the Slim Nation Facebook channel live. So you have 3 opportunities to watch us live this Thursday at 8 a.m. on the Slim Nation 101 podcast. Thanks again, and always be aware, be informed, and be involved. Take care.